Hi guys, I'm working on the envelopes for the my Artzology September Design Team project. I'm using the Aubrey Ann kit, number 184, and it has 3 envelopes in it. And I've already done one. I cut it out. I stamped on it with 2 background stamps I have. One of them's a rose petal tea, and the other one is somewhere right here. Let me find it. Just this script one, and that is definitely from Hobby Lobby. It's been several years ago. This one I've got, I think, at a yard sale a long time ago. So anyway, those are the 2 stamps. I use walnut ink and vintage photo, both on the different, on there. I really should stamp something there. So let's just do it real quick. And that's the antique. That's the walnut. Here's the vintage photo, and yeah, there they are. So anyway, I glued it together, cut it out, glued it together, and then I wanted it to look a little worn. Let me get my lids on correctly here. So wanted it to look worn, so I was talking to my sister on the phone, and I just wrinkled it up, crunched up this paper, and then smoothed it out, and then glued it together, inked around all the edges, and we're calling it an envelope. I took the 2 little journaling cards that came with it. I put them on some cardstock that had this coffee stained on it, inked around it, and those 2 are ready as well. I debated about whether to put a stamp on it. Get it in there. I didn't want to really cover up that flower because I won't have a flower on the front. So I think I'm going to skip the stamp on this one. But on this one, I may just put one. Now look, I've already inked it up by accident, but that's okay. So I'm going to cut this out, and then I will come back to you guys. So hang on. Okay, I'm back. I got the envelope cut out and the 2 journaling cards. I'm just going to put them aside for now. We're going to work on the envelope. So I think the first thing to do is probably just to stamp it up, and I just showed you how I did that. I take one of my background stamps and just go all over. Try to use different parts of the stamp. And this is the walnut stain. And then I use, boy, that's been stubborn, the vintage photo, and this is an old one I have. I think I've re-inked it a few times. I re-inked it with Distress ink, and I was re-inking another one, and I realized I was re-inking the Distress Oxide with the Distress ink little bottle, so I'm not sure if that's good or not, but anyway, it was done by the time I realized it. Okay, some stamping on it, and now we need to fold it. So to me, the best way is to get some sort of straight edge, like a ruler, and I just got this one. I think you do pencils along it, and it gives you a border. Anyway, it was, I think, that stuff my sister-in-law gave me. So I'm just kind of lining it up and creasing it along that. I got all sorts of crumbs from my inkers. One more. Okay, now get the basic shape. I think I'm going to try rounding my corners a little bit. If I can find my corner rounder. Okay. Huh. It's got a green handle. It's right here somewhere. Okay, maybe I won't do that just now. I'm gonna go look for it. I'll be right back. Okay, I found it. It was hiding in a box. So, get all the crumbs out of it. I don't know if there's a way to empty this or not. I'm sure there is. I guess I ought to research that. Anyway, I just want just a little bit of a corner. Yep, that's good. Just a little bit of a curve. Use it here too. Oops, it's not going to fit in there. Okay, we won't use it there. Because it's not squared, it won't go in. So, okay, we're good. Now, this one will definitely hold a stamp, but before we do that, let's just crinkle it up. And carefully unfold it. Makes it look a little bit more worn. And I just realized something else I didn't do, which was ink this. So I don't even re-ink the dauber. I know I've got enough on there left over. Kind of give that, you know, some color. There we go. Poor little envelope. Now we try to straighten it out a little bit, and let's glue it down. You know what? Last week I was doing videos with this ball of glue, and it was being slow, and I have not gotten another one yet. I have another one. I just haven't opened it up. I bought this Fabric Fusion just to try it out. Got it from Walmart. I thought, is it the same thing as Fabri-Tac? We'll find out. So, come on now. Boy, it's slow. Sorry, I should have had this ready. Here we go. You don't need that much of it. Okay, turn that over. Okay, now let's find a stamp for this. And I have one of these ephemera folders. If you hear a noise, they're trimming trees outside the edge of my property. I was thinking maybe a Canadian one, since Artzology is from Canada. Let's see. I know I have some. I thought I did. I should have had those picked out too. I thought they were at the front. Oh my goodness. Okay, forget the Canada one. Let's just fix something that works. This lady's kind of nice. Margaret Mitchell. Huh, Gone with the Wind. Okay, I'm saving her. I've got Helen Keller, saving her. That's because of something with my daughter. I'm doing terrible on this. Terrible, terrible. Okay, let's keep going. Into one of these. You see it? The orange? That might work. Keep looking. There's a burgundy one. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, we'll just do that. The Burgundy Queen. Okay, I'm going to peel this off a little bit. If you're careful, you can get the stamp. But there we go. I want those little zigzaggy things from the stamp. I got most of them. There we go. Okay, there's the Queen. Then we'll put her on here. I promise this is the last video with this glue. I'll get the other one opened. That on there. Oh, and I need to find my cancellation thing. That's pretty close. Right, here we go. And my ink. Don't want to cover the Queen up too much. So, just enough to make it look kind of crazy. Anyway, that's this envelope, and I'm just going to back those two little things onto some cardstock, ink them up. I might add an image to that, so we're not quite done with this. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here, and I'll show you what I'm doing next. Oh, I'm also going to ink around this, so I will be back. Bye. Hey guys, I'm back, and I'm not sure where I stopped off because I took several hours off to go do a bunch of chores around the house. So I was working on these journaling cards that went with this envelope, and I just since I had printed it on copy paper, I backed it onto some cardstock, and then I just inked it and stamped it. But I was thinking I would try to make these look like postcards. I know you wouldn't necessarily put postcards in an envelope, but maybe you would if you were keeping them as a souvenir. So anyway, pretending like this lady, you know, it's her scrapbook and that sort of thing. So I had got this magazine at the library. They give magazines away for free. And I went through it and I found some pictures that I thought might make a good postcard. And I don't care that it's not the right size because it could have a border. So I'm going to glue that on this one. And then I found Edinburgh Castle on one. I'm going to glue that on one. And then I'm going to attempt to stamp them on the back with my postcard. I have two postcard stamps. One that's got the writing, fake writing, and then one that's just got lines and stuff. So I'm not sure which one might be better. Maybe I'll do one way and one the other. So anyway, let's do the stamping first because we'll have to end with the glue. So if I mess it up, then oh boy, I'll just throw it away and not show this video. So this one's first, and I'm using the Stays On. I really don't want it to be, you know, I want this to be a journaling card, but, you know, it might not have much writing space on it after I do this. So, okay, that's not too bad. My little thing there didn't come out too well, but it's not bad for a background. And maybe you can still write on it. We'll see. Now let's try this one. So, that out of the way. Hope I didn't miss it. Okay, that one's not bad either. That one came out pretty good. Not much space here to write if you were actually doing a postcard, but if you're journaling, you got space to write on that one. So that's definitely the best one for making a fake postcard. And I think I'm just going to add this one to my stack I have here of my background stamps. So, okay, that worked out fairly decent. We can live with that. Now, let's just glue these on the front. Trying to make sure I'm staying in frame. Oops. One at a time. Okay, I'm about out of Mod Podge. It's time to go buy some more. So I really need a piece of paper under this. There we go. Scrap paper to the rescue. Just painting the back. And since I really don't want it to be shiny like the magazine page, I'm going to go over the top, I think. Yeah, it's not really centered. Well, I overcompensated one way. Some frame. Okay, maybe that'll work. That's good enough. Okay. So just put some on the top. Maybe that'll tone it down just a little bit. Try not for any wrinkles. And get off this paper. I'll set it aside to dry and I'll show you guys later. Here's the second one. You know, make sure I got it right side up. That would be great, wouldn't it? An upside down postcard. Okay, just a little bit on top. Okay, so that's going to be my two postcards. And I'm going to put them in the envelope when they're dry. And I will show you guys what I'm doing next. Bye. Okay, I'm working on the final envelope. So I've already cut it out and I inked around it. And I'm getting ready to decorate it. And since I said I was using this postcard stamp as a background stamp, I want to use it. So I just kind of stamp randomly all over the envelope. And my vintage photo here this is my oldest one, and it's about used up, so it makes it really kind of perfect for a background like that. And then on the walnut, I think I'll do that rose tea. And when I got my lids confused earlier, it doesn't take long to realize it. I was going to do different parts of it. Let's see. A little bit of this. There we go. Just to give it some depth, as everyone says. So, and I found the perfect, well, I don't know if it's perfect, but I looked for the Canadian stamp, could not find it. I guess I've already used it, but I did find this one from South Africa, so I thought that would work. And it blends in really well, and the colors are great, so it's got that zebra on it, so we're going to try that. And also I'm trying my new glue here. I thought I was saving money at Walmart with this, and it ended up being the same amount of money, so unless it's just super de-duper fantastic, I probably won't buy any more. So, got that on there. It doesn't bloop out like Fabri-Tac, but what I like best about Fabri-Tac is it doesn't wrinkle the paper. Okay, postage. Just got black on my finger. There, that looks great. Just gotta have a little bit more. Okay, put that up, put that up. Now we're gonna glue this together. And it doesn't need a whole lot. Oops, it kind of bloops out. I don't know, it seems kind of thin. It's glue, so I'm afraid it's gonna get, yeah, I'm not too thrilled so far. It's kind of thin. Yeah. Jeez, what am I doing? Gluing the wrong side. Can you tell I've not been myself? Dealing with sinus problems, and it's just, I don't know. My brain's kind of not functioning fully, and I got glue all over that. Okay, so it's not going to be a keeper glue, that's for sure. It definitely feels like it's getting the paper wet, so next time I'm at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, back to the Fabri-Tac. Okay, now for the inside. It did not come with the journaling cards, so I'm just going to make one out of some coffee dyed paper. So I just thought I'm going to make it like, you know, it's note paper or something, and somebody's written a letter. So, because I have another idea. I'm just using a metal ruler. Okay, so just going to fold it about thirds. And it's just going to be journaling paper. In here for journaling paper. That's not even sticking. I may have to get that old Fabri-Tac out after all and glue these down. I'm just making sure it fits. Okay. Yes, I'm not putting it in until it's dry though. Okay, my idea, if I can figure out where I put it. Oh, that's the problem. Is I found some ribbon that I wanted to use for this journal, and I can't find it right now, so I'll come back real quick. Hang on. Okay, I found the ribbon. It was just hidden right over here on the side, and I got this. I'm pretty sure it was at Salvation Army. Paid $3. You can see how much is on this roll, and at least on the outside here, it's just really worn looking. So I thought, man, this looks like an old ribbon, like someone had wrapped around maybe a you know, stack of letters or something forever. So that's where I got the idea that I'm using it on this envelope. There is the envelope finished and the coffee dyed paper put in there, just so whoever gets this can write their own important little letter or words or whatever in there. And then we're going to tie it off with this ribbon. So I'll make sure I got plenty. So it's not going to be skimpy looking. So there we go. It can be cut shorter. Whoever gets it can cut it shorter because it's got a frayed end right here. Anyway, I just wanted there to be plenty. So anyway, that's a little piece of ephemera ready to go. And of course, this was the first one I made. And I just, you know, basically did a little bit of stamping and distressing and put the cards in here that came with it. I did put them on some cardstock, of course. Let me turn them so they're facing out. And of course, I crinkled up. Oh, I forgot to crinkle up this other envelope. The last one I just did. I forgot to crinkle this one. I crinkled it, you know, just by folding it, crunching it with my hands. And on this one, there's my faux postcards. They're not quite dry, but you can see what they look like. They're okay. So keep bending them back. Anyway, just a little something for those journaling cards, so they're not quite different. So she's keeping her postcards in here. And I really like this envelope, those flowers. So anyway, that's 3 pieces of ephemera finished, and I'm going to get back to work. I haven't even done my signatures or pages yet. I'm working on ephemera. I haven't even got the covers or the pages together, so I guess I better get busy. So thanks for watching. Bye.